read what's on the paper.
Courier, get on the ground before I pop your fucking teeth out.
Come on, read it. Read it all. There's about 5 things there. Jeez, what the fuck is it with you guys in Charlestown? Don't they teach you how to read? Come on, let's go. There's things here. Read them.
I don't want to read that. This shit, it doesn't sound...
I'm not asking. It's not a choice. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Read the page.
I'm trying to make the shit sound fucking authentitious. You got it all fucked up.
Arthur, what?
Hey folks, I'm Dutch Doll. I'm the host of Dutch Doll Discussions. How you all doing today? Today we're here to talk about the voices in my head and see what they've been saying. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And remember to stay to the end of the video. Later.
Azam was a friend of Ramzi Yousef. You guys met in Iran back in the 90s.
I don't know! Fuck you!
The emails of the rest of the Saudi group. Give me one email and I will stop this. Who's in the Saudi group? And what's the target? Where was the last time you saw Bin Laden? Where was the last time you saw Bin Laden, huh?
I said I was a detective. I didn't say I was an expert on interrogating people. But I know one thing. That ain't going to get you any kind of results. Because at that point, that gentleman is going to tell you anything he thinks you want to know to get it to stop. I know what I was for the police department. I was a dog catcher. Detectives ran cases. I was a detective. I was specialized in apprehension and suppression. And that's what I did. I did my best work on the street. Not typing DD5s. Not doing paperwork through the investigation. Not securing search warrants. I was the guy you wanted doing your search warrant. I have run interrogations. I've been in interrogations. I've had interrogations. I've run them. I never claimed that I was anything more than a detective 3rd grade. So, I know that's not the way to do an interrogation, and I know this clip is not the way you start an interrogation.
What's in the bag? What's that stuff for?
It's what I'm going to use to get you to tell me where Jenny Reborg is.
Your turn to play bad cop?
Nah. Good cop and bad cop left for the day. I'm a different kind of cop.
Every interrogation starts with a dialogue, back and forth conversation. But first, you got to make it through a lineup to have enough probable cause to bring your suspect into the interrogation room to have that conversation with him.
Number 2, step forward.
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker!
Knock it off. Get back. Number 3, step forward.
How many keys, you cocksucker?
In English, please.
Excuse me.
In English.
How many fucking keys, you cocksucker? What the fuck?
Number 4, step forward.
If the gods are smiling and everything goes right, you made it past the lineup. But now there's another hurdle. You're supposed to read the guy Miranda and let him go through every right he has and initial them. And you can't just say them from memory. You actually have to read them. They give you a card to read them from. It's okay. Give him his own copy. He reads along with you and initials. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? He initials there. Anything you do or say may usually be against you in a court of law. Do you understand? He initials there. You have the right to consult an attorney before speaking to the police and have an attorney present during any questioning now or in the future. Sir, do you understand? It actually says subject to reply after every one of these. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you without cost. Do you understand? If you want to have an attorney available, you have the right to remain silent until have had an opportunity to consult with one. Sir, do you understand? Now that I have advised you of your rights, are you willing to answer these questions? And they'll sign off, and you either move forward in your interrogation or not. Now you're going to make this guy comfortable. Get the dialogue going that I was talking about. Maybe grab some evidence while you're doing it. Un momento, por favor. Sir, have a seat. Take a load off. Relax. This is an impromptu conversation. You're not in custody. You're not. No custodial custody is being held over you, so you can leave and walk out anytime you want. Do you want a glass of water? I'll get you a glass of water. Do you want a cigarette? Here you go. I'll even light that for you. Maybe a little thirsty. Do you want soda? Got a nice cold Pepsi right here for you. Here you go. Enjoy. Let's have a conversation now. I'm comfortable with you. You're comfortable with me. Where you born? Brooklyn. So was I. No shit. What neighborhood? Crown Heights? I grew up in Bensonhurst, right down the way. Yeah, kind of weird. What high school did you go to? I went to Manhattan. So, yeah, I got lucky. So, what happened that night? I mean, we have witnesses. We have video. We know you were there. Matter of fact, we know you were there so much I can tell you what you were wearing. I can tell you that your phone was GPS and pinged there on the location. You were right there when the guy got shot, stabbed, robbed, whatever the crime may be. Now, I just want to hear your side of it. I want to make sure I have my facts straight. I'm going to use what you tell me to corroborate what the others have told me. Can we have that conversation? Do you mind? I mean, I don't want you to relive it. I don't want to cause any more trauma in your life, but we can have that conversation. No. You done with that cigarette? I'll take that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yo, can I get a DNA bag in here? Well, you were done. You said you were done. You discarded it. We're just going to run your DNA just for shits and giggles. I mean, just... You can't deny it. We already have the cigarette butt. It's back in our custody. But you have nothing to worry about. You didn't commit a crime. So tell me what happened. You want another soda? You done with that too? Bro, you're eating me at a house and home. Just take the soda can. I'll throw it out for you. Can I get another DNA bag in here? What? You discarded the soda too. I recycle. We're recycling it. You know, I'll give you the 5 cents for it. We know you were involved. And I don't want to bluff. I don't want to lie, because if you start bluffing and lying, that's a sign of desperate. I'm not desperate yet. I'm bringing you in after a photo array. I already know you were there. Video tells me you had a gun in your hand. I mean, I just want to know why, what happened. Just tell me what happened. Get your side of the story out. Get in front of this yourself. Write it down so maybe the grand jury will read it and you won't get indicted. Or I can talk to the district attorney and make it more favorable to you. Because the end result of an interrogation, you want this.
I think you need to call your mother, tell her you're not going to be home for supper.
What I'm looking for in an interrogation and confession is for you to fuck yourself. I mean, you're giving up the information, you're writing it down, I'm looking for you to fuck yourself. I mean, you're just going to put a nice little bow on it, I'm going to bring it to the jury and the district attorney, they're going to wrap it all into a case, and then my job with you is done. And how is that done? That's done through leverage. It 100% is. A good dialogue, a good conversation, and leverage. But there's a funny thing about leverage. You may know a secret about somebody. You may know his secret that he doesn't want anybody else to know. His brother may be a troublemaker. His father might be involved in something stupid. His father might be in jail, and you can move him closer to the city so the rest of his family could go and visit him on visiting day. But leverage, once you use it, once that secret is out, you can never use it again because the damage is done. It's done. You repeating the same leverage over again is not going to make any more damage. Everything collateral from that leverage happened. So if you're looking for more information after you let the secret out, this motherfucker ain't going to give you fucking shit because you used the leverage already. Leverage is a very tricky thing. Very. It takes detectives years. And like I said before, there are people a lot better at interrogating than I ever was. I was the guy, like I said before, the guys from Miami Vice, the two guys in the cockroach van, driving around doing stuff. That's what I did. I never said I did anything else. But if you're called to do an investigation and try to grab as much information as somebody, I've done that. I've had people sign and confess to crimes. It's a good feeling, but there were guys better than me at it. I stood in the street way too long past my career, past my patrol days. I still liked the street. I was addicted to it. I did a lot of street investigations, able to put things together real quick on the street, make an arrest and not make an arrest. But the paperwork and that was the other guys in the office. That's what they did. Nobody heard me say anything different. But the interrogation is a nice nail in the coffin when you get a confession. You want that confession. Sometimes you may need that fucking confession because he ain't letting us go. He ain't giving it up. So, with the right use of leverage, the light use of, we can maybe tune down that prison sentence for you, get your side of the story out. Babe, I'm looking for you to put the gun in your hand and you're squeezing the trigger. I really don't care what the fucking motive is. Once the gun goes bang, that's it. You have the gun, you squeeze the trigger. I don't care what the fuck they want because he's fucking your girlfriend. It's street rep. I don't care. My job is done. The crime was murder, assault with a firearm, robbery with a firearm. Things went sideways. The guy is dead or not dead. He's gonna bullet him. GSW to the chest. He's still breathing. I just need you to tell me why. But I don't care why. Because as you're telling me why, you're telling me you committed the crime. It's really good like that. And you don't pull a suspect in right away. You never do, unless you've gotten cold. You basically want to talk to the guy in non-custodial custody, where he feels like he can leave, maybe at his house, maybe at a restaurant, library, a park, and size him up. You're sizing him up because when you get him into the room, you know how to treat the interrogation. That's when you should be interrogating him, after he's sized up. And if you can't handle the interrogation, if the guy's going to be too much for you, by all means, go to another investigator in the office. Yo, Joe, can you do me a favor? This guy's going to crack. He doesn't like me. We don't have that thing going on. Can you go in there and work your magic? 9 times out of 10, detectives are like, no problem, I'll go in there. Can I get an assist on the arrest? Abso-fucking-lutely. Still my collar. I had all the evidence against the guy, or I saw him and made the arrest, but somebody else got the confession. Interrogations. Cases are won and lost by them. You want to push, but you don't want to push too hard. You don't want the guy getting off a technicality later on. It's an art. I never perfected that art. I wish I had. But sizing people up in the street fast enough, I got pretty goddamn good at.
Deidre Creston, Roland Leggett, Tareen Boyd, all tied to the same gun. Plus, we got the stick-up boys, Brandon Wright, John Bailey. Lando, that makes 6. Plus the attempted murder on the police. That it? I do better, I give him more?
Life no parole means what it says. This proffer keeps you off death row, but that's all it does.
You were on the...
Folks, interrogation, very tricky subject. Very, very tricky. Every conversation should be treated as an interrogation by a police officer. Just talking to somebody on the street, getting information, looking to place blame. Any conversation for a detective is almost an interrogation. You put witnesses in interrogating rooms, and you talk to them. It's not quite an interrogation, but it is. And it's an art learned over years and years and years. It doesn't come... I don't care what they taught me in the police academy, whatever courses I wanted to interrogate and whatnot. It's just one of those things. So, there's a lot of work that goes into this. A lot of work. And unless somebody's done it themselves, they're never going to realize that. They just think, you kind of got to be there for that. 21 years kind of rubber stamps my passport to the subject. Anyway, I'm Dutch Doyle. These are my discussions. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day.